Hey guys, I have a simple but beautiful treat for you today. We've got this cute little pocket treat. It's perfect for Ghirardelli squares or tea bags. I'd love to hear what you put in here that fits if you leave a comment. I've got this Twinings chamomile honey vanilla tea, and I thought that the wrapper was just really perfect to go with this Wonderful World Designer Series paper. The Wonderful World Designer Series paper is part of a bundle that's free during celebration. We're using this gorgeous starry sky multicolor with the pear pizzazz vines on the back. There's also, here are the other patterns in the pack. Lots of florals, rich purples and raspberries and blues. Big flowers that would make gorgeous card fronts, just add a sentiment. And that little pop of sunshiny yellow stripe. I love it with the paper that we're using today. Isn't that great? All right, so that's the Designer Series paper. Like I said, it was a bundle, so it's free with your $100 purchase during celebration. You get the Wonderful World stamps and 2 each of the 12 by 12, the 6 12 by 12 Designer Series papers, all for free. And here is a gorgeous rose that we did with the Wonderful World set. And then this, kind of a sneak peek. This is a newsletter subscriber exclusive. Not everybody gets this one. But here is a card done with the Wonderful World stamps. Isn't that gorgeous? Coordinates with the project that we're doing here. And let's get started with folding our pocket. I've got a 6 by 6 piece of the Designer Series paper. And then I went ahead and used my little grid paper here. And we're going to use it to line up and get a really nice tight straight pocket. So we're going to start with the inside pattern. What pattern do you want on the inside? And what orientation do you want it to go on point like this? I've got that. This is how the orientation I want it. This is the inside pattern. The first thing we're going to do is fold up corner to corner for this little treat pocket. I think it's called a diaper fold. You might have made one of these before, but I'm going to show you a way to make it really easy. If you ever have a hard time getting them to be straight across when you do, this is going to be a good trick for you. So then you're going to take your small grid paper and you're going to pick a line. I drew along my line just to make it easier for you to see and follow along. You're going to put the bottom along that line. Then you're going to take the extreme right corner. You're going to fold up until the point is about halfway on the opposite diagonal. You're going to find a line and make sure that as you push down to make your folds here, that both this corner and this corner are lining up with the same line on your grid paper, and that the bottom is still remaining level on the line that you picked in the first place. So go ahead and use your bone folder and work that crease. Then you're going to take the opposite, and you're going to make your little pocket give itself a hug. You're going to bring this corner up to the opposite corner. And then as you're pressing down here, you're going to make sure that the fold, this corner, is lining up on the same grid paper line as this corner. When you got that and your bottom is still on level along that same line, go ahead, use your bone folder, get a good crease. Then you're going to separate the layers at the top here. You've got 2 layers, separate those. You're going to pull the top one down and run with your bone folder, and you will see everything. Corners line up, the edge of your pocket lines up with the edge of your fold underneath. Everything's nice and tight and square. Isn't that fantastic? Your grid paper will really help you make fast, neat diaper fold pockets. All right, so we've got our pocket. We've got our tea. I've got some basic white cardstock. We're going to do, for this treat, the iris. I haven't done that one yet. This will be the 3rd of the major images in this set, and I can't wait to do it. I'm going to use Old Olive and Starry Sky. I'm going to stamp the image twice, once in each color. Now you can with this, if you want, if you are talented to stamp the image multicolor, so maybe you ink the leaves with Old Olive Stampin' Up marker, and then you ink the blossom with a different color, like the starry sky, then you can do that. You can ink multicolor using your Stampin' Rights and just huff on it and stamp. But I'm slow and I'm chatty and I don't do that technique well. So I'm going to stamp once with olive and once with starry sky, and then I'm going to cut the starry sky bloom and put it on top of the Old Olive leaves, and that's going to give me a Frankenflower that's multicolor. I'm a much better cutter than I am patient to ink a stamp in 2 colors. So we only need the bloom from the starry sky side. And there it is. Oh my goodness, look at that starry sky iris. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now I chose For a True Friend. I liked the style of the sentiments from the Dragonfly Garden. I also like what they say. So Wonderful World does not have any sentiments, but if you look at the ones in Dragonfly Garden, look at how great the font is to go with the style of art. You're an inspiration for a true friend. May good things grow all year long, and thank you for your kindness. I highly recommend that one if you've got that one for some sentiments to go with your Wonderful World stamp set. We're going to stamp For a True Friend in Starry Sky on So Saffron. Always so proud of myself when I use a color cardstock or a color ink for sentiments. But I get really extra points when I use both a color cardstock So Saffron and a color ink Starry Sky. I just love the way that looks, but it's not what I go for first. All right, there's our For a True Friend. Let's go ahead and cut out our flowers, and I'm going to layer them together. If you had one that you had multicolored with a marker, then you would be just cutting, but I'm going to cut the Old Olive, and what I'll do is I'll cut a little tiny white border, and we need just the leaf and stem. We do not need any of the flower petals, so don't fussy cut what we don't need from the olive. All right, so you can just cut this little green leaf in the background. Then when you get back to the flower again, you can just cut a nice round glue tab. Do you see? Give yourself enough room to put a dimensional on, or I think I'm going to do a dimensional on this one to add the bloom. So you don't fussy cut it twice. Now we're going to go around the leaf here, but we can cut right off the edge of that flower. We don't need it because we're going to do one from Starry Sky. Now, right around this leaf. And that is the olive piece that we need. Now for the Starry Sky, we're going to cut just the bloom. So we can cut anywhere that the bloom touches the olive leaf, or what will be olive leaf, you're going to cut right on the line. Anywhere that it doesn't, you're going to cut a little bit of white. So cut off anything that would be green. And we're only concerned with the Starry Sky bloom. Here again, the Starry Sky bloom would touch the Old Olive, so we'll cut right on the line. But once we're away from that olive, then we're going to go back to our little tiny white border. Cut off the extra as you go. It'll make it much easier to fussy cut. When you fussy cut, your non-dominant hand is doing all the work. It's driving. Your dominant hand is only opening and closing the scissors. And we're doing a little white border here, but we're about to get to some green leaf right here where we're going to come in and cut right on the line. When you paper piece, fussy cut to paper piece, you cut right on the line, so you get seamless piecing. When you're cutting something out, fussy cut, then you leave a little white border so that you keep the integrity of the art. And it also takes some of the attention off of your cutting. All right, our last little bit right here where we're getting close to that piece that's kind of going to be an olive leaf. We'll cut right on the line to remove that. And there's our starry sky bloom. I'm going to grab a piece of dimensional. I have the edges here from a sheet. Just cut a piece off, put it right on our glue tab in the olive one. And wait till you see how this is just going to bring it to life. I love when the multicolors come together. We get a little dimensional. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my, I love it. And the distinctive style of the art gives you shadows, highlights, texture. Really is a cool stamp set. I do wish it had some words, but I'll give the words for a whole pack of Designer Series paper. When I'm putting tea in these, I do just fold the corners in on bags that are a little bit wide because of the taper at the bottom there. You can go ahead and add your treat. That's so pretty with our Designer Series paper. There's our rose. Here's our iris for a true friend. Now we need a little bit of sparkle, just to add something lovely. I've got the white glittered organdy ribbon here. We're going to take, I think it ends up being about 9 inches, but we're going to wrap away from us and pinch, and then away from us again, and then pinch and see. We'll try this size. It's a little bit big. We'll just leave it right on the spool, easy to adjust. So what we'll do is we'll make a little bit shorter, wrap away, wrap away. I think I'm gonna like that length better. Dry fit our sentiment. I think we're getting there. All right, now what you can do here with this is when you got it the length you like it looks good, then I'm gonna cut away from the spool, nice angle cut. Grab some tear and tape adhesive, and you're going to put it right across the center of this little loop. And then you're going to use it to add the little loop of ribbon to the card. You can fold that under if you like. Peel off the tear and tape. Kind of line that up where you want it. Stick it down with the tear and tape. Then a little liquid glue on the friend side, back of the friend side of your tag here. You don't need a lot because you're going to use this tear and tape that's on this ribbon for the opposite side. So we'll go ahead and put that right about at the peak there. So pretty. Then our iris, we can add that. Let's see where we want it to go. Kind of dry fit it. I haven't used the iris at all yet. This is the first time. I really do love the flowers in this set, and I love the old olive foliage and the rich raspberry flowers to go with these really beautiful Designer Series papers. Now let's add a little drag of liquid glue to the stem. Got half a dimensional there. It's already sticky. You want to be careful about your dimensional placement because you don't want to stick it to the tea bag. You want to stick it to the pocket so it stays when you take the tea bag out. Add that. Look at how pretty they are. Which one do you like better? The rich raspberry with the cottage rose or the starry sky iris? Either way, both need a little bling. So we're going to go with this gorgeous sparkle, simple sparkle from the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And I'm going to take your pick tool. I'm going to take a medium one. And let's see, where do I want to put it now that I got a different flower? We're going to go like this. Little sparkle here down by the stem. Uh-oh. There they are. All right. Yeah, I think that's a great little gift for a true friend, don't you think? We've got our chamomile, honey, and vanilla herbal tea in a gorgeous pocket that just is so beautiful. All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about celebration and the rewards that you can earn right now through the end of August, like the Wonderful World bundle with the cling stamp set and full package of 12 by 12 designer series paper, if there's anything I can do to help you answer questions about the project, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.